but he's not that coherent, so people are gonna assume all the negative, assumptions about drugs and everything else because of his lack of him being coherent. However, I will say that Jackboy jumped in a conversation and he said this about Kodak.
You make 17, 18 bands a month, but nigga feel like I was a rapper, I'm Kodak, I'm too good to get my CDL. Bruh, bruh, put your pride I put my pride to the side and started a restaurant, fam. Everybody can't start restaurants. Everybody ain't good with, he not good with customer service. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have customer service for restaurants. Bruh, smoke crack, bruh. Bruh, gotta, you know what I'm saying? So go grab your CDLs. That shit, hey, driving, boy, that boy be driving for 4 days. Boy, that boy never go to sleep, boy. That boy be driving for 4 days on God. You better go get your CDLs or a nigga like me gonna wind up signing your ass, boy. Nigga, alright, boy, you see how Jay-Z signed us, boy. Let me stay out that shit. But a nigga like me, alright. He gonna be like, fuck, bitch. You made 17, 18. They say Mello went crazy. Mello ass went dumb. He say nigga better get they CDLs. Nigga better get they CDLs, boy. One thing about me, when that music shit got hard for me, fam, I bowed out the way. I ate. Let me go get the restaurant. Let me go cop in 5 piece on my own. Plug don't throw me shit. I be kicked back in my zone, nigga. I trap with my bitch. I got out y'all way. So when shit go to getting tough, go get your CDLs, man. Know what I'm saying? Go get you mad at niggas. You wanna fight. Now you wanna tussle with niggas. Go get your CDLs, man. They say Mello went crazy. Mello ass.
Okay, so here's the thing. And honestly, Jackboy, I don't know where your relationship went bad with Kodak, but I got to remind you and anybody else to whom it may concern, Kodak might be a crackhead. I'm not saying he is, but let's assume he is. If Kodak is a crackhead, if Kodak got one eye, 1 foot, if he could barely speak, Kodak Black is a legend. He will never have to get a CDL. He'll always be able to command upwards of at least 50 to 60,000, which, by the way, his rate from what I've heard is over 150 to 200,000 right now if you want to get him for a festival. But the point blank period conversation is that Kodak Black is not you, Jackboy. Jackboy, with all due respect, I like you. I think your career, you've had motion and movements at time, but there's a very big difference between you and Kodak Black. Kodak Black is a hit maker, one of the legends. He could stop making music right now. He could never get another hit. He is a legend. He could perform off of that for the rest of his life. He will never have to go drive a truck. He don't got to start no restaurant. He could have a bad gambling habit. He could have, again, these are things I don't want him to have, but we have to point out the difference. This idea that maybe you think that he's not, maybe mentally not going through the greatest of time, or maybe you think he's strung out on drugs. Just be very clear. Kodak Black is a legend, and at the end of the day, he'll always be fine because there'll always be Rolling Loud to book him. There's always will be fans that want to hear him, even perform old songs from 2017. And unfortunately, that's just not the case with, for example, you. Again, it's all good to make fun of him for his lack of sobriety, because I ain't gonna lie, I am concerned about him and his drug use. But to try to make his career sound like he needs to go get a job, we're not talking about the likes of some of these other guys, all right? And who I can't even tell who comes to mind. But Kodak Black is not in that boat. He's gonna be rich forever, literally and figuratively, and he's gonna be fine. So again, while I do hope he gets off of drugs and manages money and all his finances and everything properly, I can't sit here and act like Kodak Black career is over with. Kodak is always one hit away. Kodak is one dope album away. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think Kodak Black, it's been a while since he gave us a really cohesive project that really made us fully buy into the stories. I do think he puts out good music. It's just that I feel he's scatterbrained, and I feel like he's a little bit frustrated with music because he's hitting his head on the ceiling. He doesn't see where the growth could come in. He feels like other people, and this goes back to his beef or his conversations or when people thought he was hating on 21 Savage. He feels that other people get the opportunity that he should get. He felt that he should have did a collab album with Drake before 21 because Drake was fucking with his shit before, and he felt this and third and this and third. I get all that, but at the end of the day, nothing's promised and nothing's owed to you in music. You got to go earn it. So, Kodak just got a lot back in. To me, the difference between a Kodak Black and an NBA Youngboy is that even though Youngboy be sometimes strung out, not no more, Youngboy was always focused on the image, the music, and even if some of the music was miss instead of hits, the fans were still buying into the entire movement. The thing with Kodak, people are starting to stop looking at him like a street nigga and start looking at him like a crack addict. I don't know if he does crack, but when people start looking at you like you're a patient that needs rehab instead of the person who is a project baby who's a street nigga that's standing on business, that's going to affect, most of these rappers, I always say that Meek Mill's career got killed by his public image. When people stop looking at you as what you're been promoting and selling, and now they look at you as the Twitter guy, yeah, it hurts you. When people start looking at you as the drug addict, it hurts you. And if Kodak could try to course correct, I think his shit could be back on the up and up, but I don't know if he will. I think Kodak realizes that no matter what, he could show up to Rolling Loud 30 minutes late. He could just not even perform the song, hold the mic out there, just dance a little bit. Go Yak, go Yak. He does his thing, and $150,000 still cashes in his bank account. He got all the cars. He got whatever he wanted in life. And, sometimes accomplishing a lot too quick starves you of that drive you need to keep focused. And I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe it's drugs. Let me not try to take that out of the mix. But again, I do care about Kodak, and I do want him to be the very best version of himself. I've compared his poetic style and some of the words and some of the stories he would tell to somebody that is as great as Tupac Shakur. So yeah, I don't want him to be the crack fiend, Famous Dex type nigga. With all due respect to Famous Dex. So hopefully course corrects. But Jackboy, if you want to do anything for Kodak, get him to rehab. But getting him to get a CDL, I don't know. A CDL probably could help you. It can't help Kodak. Kodak don't look like he could drive a motherfucking thing but a boat. Okay? And he's not broke. He won't be. Anyway. Okay.